Highlights from the Rally Show and King of the Hill coming up. Easy Pave Rentals provides industrial tools for construction work, building, and commercial landscaping. We offer crowd barricades, drive mowers, tower light, floor sanders, generators, and concrete mixers. We have tools for any size project at reasonable prices. We are open 7 days a week and offer you great weekend specials. Come see us at Easy Pave Rentals. Welcome back to Race 1. This event is called the Rally Show. It was organized to give fans the opportunity to get up close to the cars and their favorite drivers. The Rally Show looks kind of familiar, as scrutineering for the cars was held right here at Simpson Motors last year. Saw Rally Barbados champion Jeffrey Panton right there in the mix of it all. Of course, there was the cultural aspect, the top band and a green monkey somewhere around for all to enjoy. We took the opportunity to get up close to the drivers as well, to tap into their thoughts on the two big events.
Rob Swan, Rally Barbados is finally here. What are your expectations?
We're going to just push really hard from the start. We've worked really hard this year to get the car right and get the crew right, and everything is in place, so we're going to push real hard. Anybody that beats us is going to have to really, really go hard.
Any plans on changing the car next year?
No, not currently. You know, we love these WRC cars. I've driven R5 cars at home as well. You know, and I know there's been some talk about them coming to Barbados, but there doesn't seem to be an appetite for them at the moment in Barbados. So I really love the world cars, and I think we'll continue with them. So yeah, this car next year for sure.
What are your plans?
Plans are really to shake down the car. I've been away for 10 months at school here now. I haven't really driven the car in aggression, so we're gonna find out how it goes from there and assess for Rally Barbados, a big show.
Are you keeping your eye on anyone?
For sure. Logan Watson got lashes coming from me. Justin Campbell, same way. Rhett, they're going to try my hardest, but at the end of the day, it's going to be fierce competition from the get-go, flat out.
King of the Hill is finally here. What are your expectations?
Just to go out there, bring it home, carry it to Rally Barbados in one piece without much problems before the rally.
You're driving a group, and how has that been?
It's been fabulous, man. I mean, this year it started out pretty well. Car has been working pretty good. No issues so far, and hopefully throughout the rally and throughout this Caney Hill event, we will not have any issues neither.
The Flickster.
In person.
King of the Hill is tomorrow. What are your expectations?
I expect, in all honesty, to bring a level that my fans are looking for. To be quite honest, I've been the most photographed car in the shakedown. People that come up to me and saying, oh, if you can do it, we can do it. So I've been an inspiration. I've also gone through a metamorphosis where I've gone from a spectator, running my mouth and talking about my heat driving slow, to actually being a competitor. But what I actually seen, to be quite honest, when you're out there talking, it's a different ball game sitting in the driver's seat. But I expect to perform well. I don't want to overdo it, but I have a flamboyant style of driving. I fashion myself after Elliott. I'm not as good as him. No, I'm not as good as Black Boy the Drift King. But I'm going to come in on the handbrake and really turn it on the side and let the boys get some of the show back.
Graham Coffey, is this your first time to Barbados?
It certainly is the first time rallying to Barbados, but not the first time in Barbados.
What made you decide to rally?
What happened was Kevin Protz has said you need to do Rally Barbados. Now before, I didn't have a car available to let go for 2 months because we need to ship the car over and then ship the car back. And normally this is my busy time for using the car. But I have 2 cars at the moment, so I was able to bring this car over, so that's why we're here. I'm told that these stages are mega slippy, and until I feel it for myself, I really don't know what the level of grit's going to be like. So I expect a bit of a cautious start on the first stage, but then once I've got a grip of it, then we'll see how we go on.
This might be a very small island, but the competition's immense. The boys are very, very fast. You know, it's no mean feat coming in the top 10.
And for you, what do you think you have to do to get there?
Go a little bit faster than I do go. But no, I mean, I'll be happy with the top. I'd love to be in the top 5. I've just got to, see how it goes tomorrow.
Well, fingers are crossed for a very clean run. The fastest run is what counts. Want to finish. That's the key for tomorrow. Just finish and finish first.
Will you be keeping your eye on anyone in your group?
I've had a lot of issues with Trevor Matt. And there's a guy from the UK with a Peugeot. He's quite fast too. Those are 2 guys I have to watch for tomorrow.
Paul Bourne, you're involved in motorsports in some aspect once again. Tell us about it.
I never really left, I just changed position. So the position now is as a sponsor and an assistant manager and a coach.
This is to Mark Kinch.
Yeah, to Mark Kinch and Pope. They're my two proteges that I trying to pass on a little knowledge and experience to, and have them support my new PEG venture. So yeah, man, I enjoying like playing this role. Here I am at Simpson Motors the day before Caney Hill. Normally my car would be in the tent and I'd be getting ready to drive tomorrow, but that's not what's happening at all, But it's a nice change of position.
The parade of flags was led by the Bagpipe Group. This afforded fans to welcome over 90 crews to Barbados. Flow King of the Hill is the final shakedown ahead of the Caribbean's biggest annual motorsport international, Sol Rally Barbados 2017. Like previous years, the venue took the competitors from Hangman's Hill through the Vaucluse Raceway, then north to Lion Castle, all within the parish of St. Thomas. With the second biggest field in the event's 10-year history, all 4 runs counted toward the result for the first time ever. And with thousands of spectators gathered at various locations along the 4.3-kilometer-long stage to witness the action, they were not disappointed. Jonathan Ince and his co-driver for Sol Rally Barbados 2017, Andrew Skeet, were both driving the BMW M3 at Flow King of the Hill. Ince was car 1, with Bradley Weeks as co-driver. From spectator to driver, Sean Cummins with the L-Zone for learner or lunatic in the Stag-sponsored BMW. Sean enjoyed the King of the Hill stage. It looks as though the BMWs were having some trouble with this corner on the course as Chris Elliott overcooks it. Will Alan Kinch make it? No. He also spins out at the same turn in his BMW. Logan Watson was having some brake issues, but you wouldn't have guessed it from this sweet slide. Jermaine Pope got off to the perfect start when he won Clubman 1 by 6 seconds. He will be looking to win the class this weekend as well. One of his biggest rivals will be Trevor Mapp, who finished second in the class here at Flow King of the Hill. Stuart Garcia had his hands full with the BMW 318 Ti Compact as he tries to get the car to do what he wants. He will be in Clubman 2. Okay, maybe that was a little too fast. Martinique's Pascal Calvel and the Citroën C2 finished third in Modified 1. Repairs completed after his incident at the Shakedown Rally, and Calvin Briggs was back up to speed in Group B2, where he finished third this time. Scotland's Robin Hamilton in the Talbot Sunbeam was all by himself in Historic 1. Jonathan Still was making a return to competition after a few years off, and he was back to his winning ways in no time as he topped Group B1. The one to watch in Modified 1 is Edward Corbin, who blazed his way to victory at King of the Hill and will be hard to beat this weekend in his well-tuned Daihatsu Charman. Jeremy Gonzalez will have an uphill task if he wants to catch the super modified leader Neil Corbin. England's Joe Trollan is one of 4 competitors who were behind the wheel of a BMW 318 Ti Compact. Clifford Cox was just off the pace of the leaders in the Toyota Starlet. All the way from New Zealand was the Peugeot 106 Maxi, piloted by Craig Marshall, who finished second in Super Modified 1. Scotland's Alan McKay may not be among the front runners in Super Modified 2, but he is a fan favorite on the island. This looks like the perfect setup for the corner by Stuart McClary, but it just gets away. Philip Moe finished third in Super Modified 1, but is not entered for this weekend's rally. Sammy Cumberbatch will be chasing the Super Modified 3 victory. The class has 11 of the 12 drivers at the helm of BMWs. England's Steve Finch is in the giant-killing Super Modified 2 class, but there is never a dull moment in a Ford Escort Mark II. Turks and Caicos Stan Hartling teamed up with Canada's Andy Proudfoot in the BMW Popular Super Modified 3. Randy Reid has his foot flat in the Toyota Starlet, and it paid off with a third-place finish in Clubman 1. Netherlands' Frans Verbaas piloted the Mini Cooper to victory in Group B2. Veteran competitor John Corbin is never far off the top of his class. He finished third in Historic 2. England's Richard Seal was second to Jonathan Still in Group B1, but will be hoping to turn the tables. Kevin John Manning in the Peugeot 106 Rally battling in Clubman 1. Back in the driver's seat after a scary accident is Paul Innes. Even the historic 2 winner Wayne Archer had trouble in his BMW at this turn. Ireland's Peter Gallagher was off the pace of the front runners in Clubman 1. Sliding it downhill was Clubman 2 class winner Derek Edwards in his BMW 318 Ti Compact. There was a close battle for first place in Historic 2, but Greg Cozier had to settle for second place, less than a second behind Wayne Archer. The father and son team of Norman and Kyle Catwell in the Volkswagen Golf GTI was flying, so much so they caught and passed Anthony Pownell from England. Easy Pave Rentals provides industrial tools for construction work, building, and commercial landscaping. We offer crowd barricades, drive mowers, tower light, floor sanders, generators, and concrete mixers. We have tools for any size project at reasonable prices. We are open 7 days a week and offer you great weekend specials. Come see us at Easy Pave Rentals. Back to the action we all love. Andrew Skeet was sharing the driving duties with Jonathan Ince. Takes out the tire and our camera. The camera is okay, but the BMW might have slight suspension damage. Justin Campbell finished third in Super Modified 3 and inside the top 20 of the 89 strong entry list. Third in Modified 2 was Jamal Brathwaite in the Honda Civic Type R. England's Nigel Warswick in the Ford Escort WRC is in WRC 2 and he finished second in the class and even had a fastest run just as the rain came in the third run. On the edge and loving it was Neil Corbin, who seemed at one with his Toyota Starlet. He won Super Modified 1 and is favored to also win the class in Sol Rally Barbados. There is no time to relax as this beast threatens to break free at the wheels. danger corner. Can Logan Watson deal with it? Not this time around. David St. Hill was one of the few BMWs through this turn without any major errors. He finished 30th overall. Wales' Rupert Lomax was 4th in Group A. Scotland's Fraser Loudon was having a good day. He shaved 8 seconds off his first run time in the second run, but in the third, disaster struck. Fraser and co-driver Abby Loudon walked away with no injuries. They will have the car ready for Rally Barbados for sure. Darrell Clark had to settle for his second run time as his fastest, but it was still good enough for the Modified 2 class victory and just outside the top 20. Also having to settle for a second run time was England's Martin Stockdale, who was competing in Super Modified 3. Yet another BMW having trouble with this turn. Mark Kinch finished 6th in Super Modified 3 as he let the back hang out with his right foot flat out. Belonged to Mark Thompson, who won the class by over 20 seconds. He is sure to have a closer battle with the return of Andrew Malalou. Showing them how it should be done was Rhett Watson, who clocked the fastest two-wheel drive time of the day. His fastest time was on his final run, which gave him the victory in Super Modified 3 and 6th overall. Second in Super Modified 3 was Andrew Jones in his Ford Escort Mark II. His fans are loving it sideways. Winner of Group A was Avinash Chaturani, who was also 12th overall. Scotland's Brian Watson in the Mitsubishi WRC replica only managed to complete the first 2 runs. With the car not handling as it should due to a borrowed suspension part from the Starlet, Barry Mayer still managed to finish 10th overall and 3rd in Super Modified 2. Josh Reed hasn't been out for the year, but thankfully was ready for the 2 big events. On the limit as usual, he's a bit too quick into this corner. Reed climbed up to 4th in Super Modified 2 and 11th overall. England's Roger Duckworth finished an impressive 3rd overall thanks to a blistering final run. He also claimed the WRC2 class victory. Second in WRC2 was Roger Hill. Hill was also 6th overall, saving his best run in the Toyota Corolla for last. Turks and Caicos Paul Horton in the Citroen DS3 R3 Max was 5th in Modified 2. The battle for the overall top spot in the two-wheel drive class will continue to be a close one, and this time Dane Skeet was second to Rhett Watson by less than a second. One of the 14 crews entered in the WRC1 and WRC2 classes. England's Graham Coffey was 1, and he finished 6th in WRC1 and 18th overall. Making his first appearance for the year was Roger Mears, so let's see how he handles the stage. All did not go as planned for him, as he had a transmission problem which saw him limp through the first run and was sidelined for the second, as they fixed the problem. The final run shot him to 7th overall and second fastest two-wheel drive behind Rhett Watson, who repeated as the Super Modified 3 winner. England's Kevin Proctor finished 4th overall, 5 seconds adrift of the eventual winner. Roger Skeet never got back down to his first run time after he slid off on a stretch of wet road, damaging the front left of the Impreza in the second run. Despite this, his first run time was good enough for 5th overall and the highest local driver. England's Rob Swan was looking for the elusive victory after finishing second a few times. He was less than a second adrift after the second run, but then the rains came.
Absolute crest made, 60 through dip, right 4 plus okay, 60, left 6 in, 30, right 5 long, crest made, left 3 don't cut, dip right 4 plus, opens, 100 bumpy, right 4 minus.
He also had nerves of steel after a scary moment on the stage, which would have rattled the best of them. Jamaica's Jeffrey Panton showed he meant business from the onset, as he posted the fastest time from the very start. One of only 3 drivers to win King of the Hill and Rally Barbados in the same year, he looks on course to set himself apart by becoming the only one to do the double twice after he won last weekend by almost 3 seconds. Despite the large number of competitors, the event ran silky smooth with the organizers, the Barbados Rally Club, running from the slower cars to the faster ones, while the winner was based on the fastest time of the 4 official runs. Third was Roger Duckworth, who laid down his best time in his final run. Second place went to Rob Swan. And the winner of the Flow King of the Hill goes to Jamaica's Jeffrey Panton and Michael Fennell once again, with a fastest time of 2 minutes 46.45 seconds. More action next time on Race 1.